Uh, okay, I hope it's working now.
Let's get rich and give everybody nice sweaters and teach them how to dance. Let's get rich and build a house on a mountain, making everybody look like ants. From way up there, you and I.
Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Sorry about that. A little bit of technical difficulties. At least I had a little bit of a practice with the intro and about the first 10 minutes of my stream. Um, but yeah, it's my first stream, guys, so cut me some slack. Super excited to do this with you guys today. We've had a lot of injury news, a lot of transfer news. So the team that I was pretty confident with, guys, I can't be too confident with it right now. It's a little bit of a nightmare, but at least we get to make a new team. So I'm excited for that. So without any further ado, let's get right into my team. Okay, guys, these are my essentials. Yeah, it's can be happy with Robertson, Alexander Arnold, Salah, and Fernandez. Iheanacho should not be there. I'm not too happy with Iheanacho. I think with Daka in, I don't think Iheanacho gets that much time, which is obviously a little bit of a concern, guys. We kind of want players that have that play 90 minutes. So yeah, some guys in the chat. Off core, hello. Connor, Matt, Schonenberg, Abe. I'm not gonna try to say your surname because apparently I can't say it. Yeah, guys, this is my hut. Always gonna film outside, but it's a little bit windy, so yeah. It's actually, yeah, it's quite nice being inside for a change. Uh, a lot less noise, a lot less dogs barking, and all of that good stuff. So, yeah, this is my team, guys. Obviously, I had Iheanacho, not too sure about his minutes. Watkins, with Ings coming in, Watkins is going to play on the left probably. So his XG is inevitably going to go down. So I don't think he's the player that he was before Ings came. Um, thank you, Liam. um, okay. Al Ghazi, there's just so many Aston Villa players. They've had a madness with the transfer window. Um, so the players that could play, in their forward line or in the midfield, you've got Bailey, you've got obviously El Ghazi is one of them. You got Traore, you've got obviously Danny Ings, Watkins. There's just a lot of players, so I'm not too sure if El Ghazi starts. So a little bit less confident about that pick. Fafana is obviously injured. I watched that live. That was yeah, it was quite a shock. It was a horrible tackle. I was actually, kind of threw up a little bit watching that. But yeah, is what it is. Would have liked to have Fafana. I mean, he's a cheap player and a good defense with good fixtures. So obviously, he's the type of player that we'd like. And Kufel, not too sure about them. So these are my essentials. We're going to go through, just looking at players that I should get. Um, Jamie saying thoughts on Grealish. Grealish at City. Not too sure what his minutes will be. Not too sure how he adapts into the system. So I would like to give it a little bit of time, and then when City go into better fixtures, then I'll bring him in. But for now, yeah, not too sold on him just yet. I think there's other players, more safe options we can go into the beginning of the season with. So we may as well go with those. Um, so yeah, this is the starting team. So now I need some suggestions for the back line. I think I'm going to start at the back. I think that is one of the most important roles in an FPL team. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, put them in the chat. But I'll show you people that I'm looking at. Connor not getting Pepe. You try to get me last season, you won't get me this. Bertrand's alright, but yeah, we just don't know if he plays in that Aston Villa team. So yeah, Mahrez is a good choice. I agree. I really like him. Again, not too sure about his minutes, guys, and that's just the pep roulette. We can think that a player is completely nailed on to start, but yeah, he might not necessarily play all the minutes that we'd want him to. And if you have like a player like Mahrez who might get rotated or not, you need a strong bench. And at the beginning of the season, with a 100 million budget, we don't really have a strong bench, or you shouldn't really have a strong bench. You want to put as much money onto your field. So yeah, I'm not too sure about Mahrez. Dean and Shaw, yeah, I like that. Shaw is back in training, so he'll probably start. Dean, I like as an option. I do think I'm going to bring him back into my team. And Kufal, I'm not too sure about. Um, and then that slot, one thing that I have been thinking about is who's going to play with Evans and Fafana out. Who's going to play? And I think there might be one player in particular that I'd be interested to get. And that's Amati. Not too sure if he starts. He did get subbed on when Fafana got injured, so um, I like him as a shout. Let's make sure you guys can see the team properly. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think Amati starts, or is there a player that I'm missing? Kufal, yeah, Kufal is a good option. Wan-Bissaka or Shaw, I'd like to bring into my team, but I've got that Trent and Robertson double up, so it becomes a little bit expensive. One player that I'm thinking about as well is Creswell. So that Dean slot could be Shaw or Dean. I'll just have to see. Let's look at the fixtures. Let's see. Dean plays Southampton, which is yeah, they just lost Danny Ings, so it could be a clean sheet. Leeds, always a difficult defensive match because Leeds are very attacking. Brighton should be able to keep the clean sheet along with Burnley. Aston Villa, they just pumped up their team, so I'm not too sure about that. I don't think that's a clean sheet. I'd say if I had to put it in a percentage, probably like a third. And then Norwich. On another thing, I forgot to mention, guys, is I am wildcarding in game week 6 to 7. So every player that I'm putting in my team, I'm trying to maximize the tempo out of. I'm trying to get as many points as I can. So I'm only looking at the first 6 fixtures. I know going from game week 6 into game week 7, I will definitely be wildcarding. So I'm not too concerned with this Man United game. So yeah, because I'm not too sure if Dean will be in my team then. So that's a pretty good run of fixtures, guys. I think there's a couple clean sheets in there, and I think Dean's got a lot of attacking prowess. So yeah, I think he's a good option, guys. But then let's look at United's fixtures. So United play Leeds again, like Everton, and then they play Southampton. So Leeds kind of a tough one to keep a clean sheet, but Man United can definitely do it. The painting in the background is where I grew up as a child in a little mud hut in Africa. Yeah, I'll show you guys the expected points. Actually, good suggestion, Connor. Wayne John, hello. Yeah, okay. Liam Anderson, White's a good option. That's actually someone that I might replace Fofana with. Or I might go instead of Kufal, I might go for White, but we'll see how much money I have. We'll look at other spots. Let me just see if I missed any messages in the chat, guys. I don't want to leave anyone out. How do I do this again? I got it. Sorry, it's my new time, my first time streaming, guys, so it is going to be a little bit chaotic. Luca Academique says Kufal in defense. Yeah, I really like Kufal. Jamie K, thoughts on Grealish? I think I answered that. Yeah, okay, so not too much coming in. Yeah, so I think with the defense, I'm happy with that. Let me just go back here. I'm happy with that. I'll see how much money I have for that 5th slot, but yeah, that so far I like. Marty might not play, might play, I don't know. But I'll keep my ear to the ground. Does free up some money. Then in the midfield, someone that I'm really looking at is Buendia. I think that's a great option. I think he's cheap. Or cheaper. She's 6.5. It's not too bad. Oh, and another player, guys, that I actually might go ahead of those Aston Villa players is okay. Let me do this. Ismaila Sarr. Ismaila Sarr is a good player. If you look at Watford's fixtures for those first six, I mean, that's fantastic. Aston Villa, Brighton, Tottenham. We all know that's an easy game. Wolves, Norwich, and Newcastle. So some good fixtures to attack for them. I think Ismaila Sarr is a good option. He's the main attacking threat in that Watford side, and he's on penalties. So yeah, we like that. Um, Thank you guys for 20 viewers. That's amazing. If you want to like the video or like the stream, that would help push it out. So I'd appreciate that. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe because that number changes automatically. If we get a subscriber, we'll probably see that. But yeah. Yeah. Just laughing at the Wayne googling Sag. Obviously not hip with the kids. So yeah. One thing, just in the midst of all of this, guys, I want to show you my process when it comes to picking players. I did a little bit of research last night, but I use this, guys, Fantasy Football Fix. I'm not sponsored by them yet. Soon I will be, hopefully. But yeah, it's a really good site, guys. It helps you a lot understand where your team's at and what good players there are. So just ignore the team that was my old team. So if we go here and we go sorted by and we go projected points, we'll go 5 game weeks because I'm going up until 6 and then changing my team. It gives us a really good idea, guys, of expected points, and they use Opta algorithms. So it's all expected data. I think it goes off XG and XA. So it's really cool, guys. I really appreciate it. Helps us understand the good picks. So if we look here at goalkeepers, we see Sanchez 4.5. He's predicted to get 20 points in the first 5 game weeks. And then you look at the top player, the top goalkeeper is Leno at Arsenal for 5 million, predicted to get 22.5 points. So we can see Sanchez is a really good cheap option. Yeah, so that's why a lot of people are going with them. One thing that I like to do with this, I don't rely only on expected data. I use fixtures. I take fixtures into account. I like to think of defensive or attacking fixtures and which ones are good for which. And then I also use the eye test, which is very important because sometimes expected data can be wrong. If we look here at the bottom by the forwards, let's just make sure you guys can see that. Firmino is up there as one of the top point scorers for the forwards, and we know that that's not necessarily going to be the case. He gets into good areas, but yeah, he doesn't really take that many shots and doesn't really put too many in. So there, like, you have to kind of use common knowledge and your own intuition to make these educated guesses. Because at the end of the day, guys, we are just guessing. As much as we can have a stat saying this or that, it is, we gotta try to get as much information as possible and mix it all together. What are you guys doing in the chat? Why do you need to monitor the chat? Yeah, the Elite 11 is pretty good. So looking here, one of the reasons why I've gone double Liverpool defense is they are expected to get the most points. 24.4 and 25.6 for the first 5 game weeks is nuts, guys. We can compare that to if you just look at the premium forwards. I mean, it goes down to 24.4, and you can get Robertson for 7 mil, or you can put 2 mil into a midfielder and get on average 24.6 points. So that's why I really like going with the Liverpool double up, guys. That's why I'm probably sticking with it. Ryan Fraser 5.5. I remember him season before last, 7.5 in everyone's team. Okay. Harvey Barnes is a good option. I agree. Any Leeds assets you'd go for? Rafinha, when the fixtures get better, I don't think Leeds have that great run of fixtures, so we'll just have to see, guys. Yeah. Um, I'd rather just wait, see, and I kind of like Bamford as a pick, but he's just a little bit too expensive for me, so I think I would rather just go for like a Rafinha or Rodrigo or someone. I'll wait till the fixtures get better though. Projected points for Barnes. I can bring that up for you right now. Let's try to find him here. Not sure if I went past him. Yeah, sometimes the stuff is wrong, guys. We know Barnes is gonna do alright. Is he there? No. Um, no, I don't think he's up here. Sometimes they think that players won't play, and then they leave them out. Their expected points are low for that reason. So Barnes isn't really there, so that's something that you just have to use your eye test for and look at the fixtures. I like the Leicester assets, and one player I'm actually looking at is Vardy. I think Vardy is a great option. And there's something that I have been thinking of, guys. I know I said Fernandes is essential, but let's go back to my team. Fernandes over here. Looking at when I'm going to captain him, because when you have a player that's this expensive, guys, you need to captain them. So the first two fixtures, I'm going to captain Mohamed Salah, and then maybe I was looking at 3 and 4 to captain Fernandes, and then obviously 5 and 6 going Salah again. So only 2 fixtures I'd captain him for, so he is the lesser of my premiums that I'd go for. It's something I was thinking, guys. If we go out of here, if I take Fernandes out, yes, I know that's sacrilege, but in his place, go for Vardy. Vardy has got good fixtures, and it's 10.5, so he's a lot cheaper, so I would be more inclined to captain him less. And when Liverpool play Chelsea have a good defense, so I wouldn't captain Salah. I could captain Vardy. That is something that I'm really thinking about. Also, Vardy is very fixture proof, so through the tough games he'll get points, and then the easy games he'll also get points. So I could captain Vardy game week 3, and then game week 4. Let me just go back here. Game week 4, I could go and captain Mohamed Salah against Leeds, because I do believe that Leeds have a bad defense, guys. That's part of the reason why I wouldn't go Ayling. I think if you have a good rotation set up with Ayling with easy fixtures, then yeah, sure, go for him, but not really a player that I'd be very inclined to go for. And one thing that I want to show you guys, if I can bring it up, is expected goals for Jamie Vardy. As we can see here, this is understat, I believe. As we can see here, yeah, I was going to stream in the jungle today, guys, but yeah, the wind was a little bit hectic, so I'd just rather stream inside. Next time, guys, next time we'll go in the jungle. Yeah, welcome to the Bruno Club. I'm getting more and more inclined to do it. I was messing around with my team yesterday, guys, and it's very hard to make a really good team with Salah and Bruno, and then I was trying to look to get Vardy in, and then that just wasn't working. It is hard because I know Bruno is a fantastic player, and I'll probably be the wrong choice not going for Bruno, but yeah, we're just messing around with the team here, guys. We're just checking things out. So here is the expected data for Jamie Vardy. You can see in the 2021 season, he had expected goals of 20, and he only scored 15. He underperformed slightly. That just happens, guys. Natural variance. Things generally tend to regress to the mean when it comes to this data. He outperformed his assists, which could be part and part because Iheanacho had a really good run. I'm not too sure how many assists he gave to Iheanacho, but yeah. So he's got an XG per 90 of 0.63, which is really good, guys. That's up there with Bruno and Salah, and an XA of 0.16, which is good, guys. So his expected goal involvement per 90 is 0.79, so almost 0.8. So we can expect him to get sort of a goal or an assist in most games. So if he's playing 6 games, probably 5, he'll get a goal and assist, and with easier fixtures that can get bumped up. So I really like that. Really like Vardy as a pick, and it's something that I might go for because saving that little bit of money does allow a lot of things in my team. Look at that smooth transition, guys. If you drop Robertson and Bruno, you could have a vicious attack. Yeah, I could, but I wouldn't drop Robbo. I really like Robbo as a player. I'm a Liverpool fan, so obviously I'm more inclined to have the triple up, and I think I really enjoy watching the games, especially the style that Liverpool play with the wing backs running down the lines. Really like watching that. Gets me really excited. They do cross a lot, so I do like that. I have been considering going for Jota, but that is a little bit hesitant. We're not too sure how much he starts and plays, and it's just a little bit of a risk. So here, I was thinking, for the game week 4 fixture, maybe I need a captaincy. I could happily go Salah against against Leeds, but I'm a little bit hesitant. I would like a nice easy fixture there. So let me just look at the fixture ticker quick, guys. Oh shit, this is gonna change my team. Okay, well, we've done it. Done it anyway, guys. We can always change the team back to how it was. So for game week 4, we're looking for a captain. Arsenal potentially. We'll have to see. Man United play Newcastle, so maybe I should consider trying to bring in a United guy. Obviously, Bruno is quite expensive. If I'm not going to captain him that much, it's quite hard to change between the two. One thing that I could do is I could go Vardy down to Cavani if Cavani is starting. That's something that I have been considering. Spurs play Crystal Palace. That is interesting. Yeah, they have a tough run of fixtures though, so it's kind of hard to bring someone into your team from them. But yeah, looking here, guys, there's not really too many and I only like the captain premiums, guys. I don't really go for differential players. Some people do. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. On average, if you captain a premium, you'll be doing better. So that's sort of what I go with. I do have a Liverpool biased defense. And I'll say that proudly, guys. I really like the players. Really enjoy watching my team. Interesting fact that you guys might not know. Reason I support Liverpool is my granddad used to play for Liverpool, and you might think that's bullshit. And yeah, could see where you're coming from, but he did, and you guys can Google him. His name is Kevin Lewis. Obviously, that's my mom's maiden name. My surname's Smith. But yeah, he used to play for Liverpool, so that's part of the reason why I support Liverpool. Also, they're just the best club in the league, so yeah. So looking at these fixtures, guys, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. How's it, Hayden? Joining the chat there, HGKB Reacts, guys. Check out his channel if you'd like some React content. Really good stuff, really funny. Yeah, do that if you guys are ever bored. If you don't know what to watch, definitely go and check him out. Should we bring in Aubameyang? No, probably not. Brighton, Brentford play Brighton. No, Brighton play Brentford. No. I don't know, guys. So that game week 4 fixture is kind of. I think I'll just go with Salah. To be honest, I'd happily captain Salah against Leeds. I don't think Leeds have a good defense, and Salah likes to score goals. So I'll probably end up captaining. If I go for this team, I'll probably end up captaining Salah 5 times out of 6 games. Yeah. That's just how it is sometimes. Let's see if we can go back to transfers. Oh, we got the whole team back, guys. Still new to the streaming stuff, guys. I know it shows. Dean, Kufal, we'll just keep him in there. I think I will go with Kufal. Fernandez down, Iheanacho to Vardy. Just easy. I like Vardy as a player. I started with him last season. He did me really well. Watkins. Okay, let's go on to what. Let's talk about Watkins for a bit, guys. Well, what do I think of Watkins? Because I have been saying that Watkins is a must-have. I really wanted to go with those three 7.5s, but I just don't think it's gonna happen this start of the season, guys. With Danny Ings coming in, I think Watkins goes on the left. He might start, he might not. Do I want to take that risk? If I don't have to, I don't want to. If I have to, then I will. I'll happily have Watkins. I think he's still a great player. I think if you got him in your team and you want to stick it out, one thing with Watkins is Danny Ings could be getting subbed on the 60th minute mark. So Watkins could play striker for 60 minutes and then move out to the wing. So still a great option, guys. I'm just just contemplating some things, just trying to see what's going on, guys. How many viewers are we at? Let's check that. 21. Thank you guys so much for joining. Really appreciate it. Thank you for the 13 likes. Ryan Jackson, how are you doing? Am I gonna have Kepa in goal this season? Yeah, no. Yeah, you can. You can see how it works out for you, but yeah, I think everyone knows the answer to that. Danny Ings over Vardy, says Luca Academic. Yeah, that's interesting. I would be very surprised if they just throw Vardy into the striker role. Watkins has been playing the whole of preseason as striker, so I do think they start off with Watkins as striker. Not too sure Danny Ings just goes straight in and plays 90 minutes, so I'm not too sure about that, guys. That's just a wait and see for me. Yeah, just catching up with the chat a bit. Of course, as Greenwood would play striker game week 1. Yeah, Greenwood's another great option. So actually, that is a player that I am looking at. Greenwood. Should we see his XG and XA, guys? Let's go over to this. So this is like, I'm just trying to show you guys the process that I go through when I'm picking a team. I grab little bits of information from everywhere, I pull them all together, I use the old noggin, and then yeah, I try to make as good of a team as possible. So yeah, this is just letting you guys in on the little process. Let's go green, wood, good old Mason. Okay, make sure you guys can see that. Mason Greenwood played about half of the season, 7 goals, 2 assists with an XG of 7 and an XA of 2.4. XG per 90 of 0.34 and an XA of 90 of 0.12, so he's getting very close to that 0.5 goal involvement mark. How much is Greenwood? Yeah, so we can see he has a bit of a problem with starting at Man United, but with Rashford obviously undergoing surgery, will most likely start. I'd like to believe he does, and if he's at the right price, guys, I think we just bring him into our team. So let's go over back to my team, and then let's Greenwood 7.5. It's not bad. It's not bad. It's a little bit expensive, but I would like some United cover, so that could be good cover. Yeah. You see, guys, when you take out that heavy player over there, guys, you see how your budget just does so much better, guys. 6 million still left in the back with one player to pick. That's part of the reason why I might go Bruno. I'm still considering it, guys. There's so much to think about. It's a really big decision. Bruno is a fantastic player, and he will get points, guys. You will be missing out on his points if you don't have him in your team. But if you can work out or work around on how to maximize your points around not having Bruno, then that could be the shout. Um, so yeah, Greenwood's a good option though. Let me catch up. Surely Ings wouldn't sign for Villa if he isn't guaranteed to start. He will start, guys. It's just about adapting him into the system. Obviously, Watkins has been playing a lot in the preseason, and he's been doing really well. So it's like kind of like flowing into the season. It's not trying to change too much right at the beginning of the season, and then like it's a little bit hard for players to adapt. So I think, or what I'd do if I was the manager of Aston Villa is I would, but I'm not, so don't take my opinion too seriously. But I would play Watkins, maybe El Ghazi, Bailey, and then Buendia as Cam. And then on the 60-minute mark, I'd bring on Ings if the game's in a stable condition. Bring on Ings, put him as striker, take off Al Ghazi, play Watkins on the left, Bailey on the right, and then Buendia as Cam, and then sort of ease the team into a nice structure. Chelsea players, Chelsea players. I do want to wait a bit for Chelsea. The fixtures are hard now, but they get really good, and that is part of the reason why I'm wildcarding game week 6 into game week 7 is to get in Chelsea players. My one shout for the season, I'm gonna put it out there. I might be completely wrong. You guys can save this and you can laugh at me at the end of the season, but I think it's Werner's season. I want to show you guys something actually. This is part of the reason why I think it is. Let me just get through some more chats. I have Havertz for game week 1. Then become Son. Not a bad shout. It's always good to have a little bit of a transfer plan, guys. Son or Mount, would go Son. He's a little bit expensive though. I'm not too sure if I'd actually go any, but I would be more inclined to go Son. He's still a good player, some good fixtures, so yeah, it's maybe not a bad shout. Yeah, Ziyech or Havertz, not too sure. That's the nice thing about wild card in game week 6 into 7 is we can see how Chelsea are going to set up. So if Ziyech or Havertz play a more attacking role, we can see which one's the better option. Does the Son pick change if Kane leaves? No, I spoke about it in my last video. If Kane leaves, the goals that Son would have scored from Kane's assist, I think Son plays a more attacking role, so I think that supplements the goals that he would miss from not having Kane there. So I have looked at the stats before and watched some videos, some good videos about how Son performs when Kane's not there, and as a whole, Tottenham perform worse, but as an individual, Son performs about the same. So yeah. What about Saka? Saka is a great option. It's just Arsenal have those tough fixtures. Let's get up Saka's fixtures right here. Something that really pissed me off. Yeah, they got an easy Brentford fixture at the beginning, but then they play Chelsea and Man City, and I don't really want to have 6.5 just sitting on my bench. If I'm spending 6.5 on a player, I really want them to play. Just goes into my philosophy of trying to maximize the amount of money you have in your field, because in turn that should give you more points. So that's why I don't really like having expensive players on the bench. Yeah, 43 minutes. I know I spent 10 minutes messing around at the beginning, but yeah, it's been a good stream, guys. I've actually really enjoyed it. Thank you everyone who's joined. Yeah, if you want to like the stream, if you don't want to, or you can dislike it, or you can just leave it alone. I really don't mind. Yeah, if you guys want to subscribe, you'll make that number there change, which is pretty cool. Pretty sure most of you guys here are my subscribers. I recognize a lot of names, so thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it, guys. It would be pretty sad if I was streaming just to no one. So yeah, without you guys, the stream really couldn't happen, and I appreciate you guys being here. Antonio is injury prone, I think. Who is alternative then? Yeah, he's injury prone, guys, but we have so many 7.5 options that we can go for, that we can just chop and change. So it doesn't really make a difference that he's injury prone. If he gets injured, just transfer him out for Jimenez, who has great fixtures afterwards. From game week 3 to game week 6 or 7, I think he's got phenomenal fixtures. So yeah. Could also go Watkins, not too sure how he does though. There's Wilson, a lot of options. So yeah. yeah, just Wilson is a spearhead of that team, so when he scores, he gets the bonus points too. Yeah, great insight. I do agree with that off core. Um, Goodbye, tribesman. Cheers, Adam. Thank you for joining. Proudly South African. Amen. When's the next stream? Next stream will maybe be tomorrow. I want to look at your guys' teams. This is kind of a little bit of a test run, guys. We're just discussing some things, discussing some plays. Yeah, I do want to review your guys' teams. So if you want me to review your teams, send them through to my Twitter. It's FPL Tribe. It's down below there. And then I'll review them maybe tomorrow, guys. I've actually really enjoyed this. So it's a lot easier than I thought it was going to be. I was a little bit nervous going into this, but yeah, really do appreciate everyone being here. You made it super easy. No one mentioned Madison. Madison's a good pick. Everton has good fixtures. Yeah, they do. Don't see the correlation there. Doherty, thank you for joining as well. Thank you. Great stream. First of many. PS, I can share your YouTube page on Discord for you and FPL communities. Would appreciate that. Thank you so much. Yeah, you can send your new draft to my Twitter. If you DM me, guys, I'll take a look at it real quick. So here, I haven't really been doing too much of my team, but I've enjoyed talking to you guys. So let's get in. What? It takes quite a long time building your team, guys. It's something you shouldn't really rush into. So yeah. Yeah, guys, send your teams to my Twitter. I can do that right now if you guys want. Yeah, I'll probably go off in half an hour. So stream's still going, boys. Stream's still going. If you haven't joined my league, guys, it'll be super exciting seeing everyone's teams there and how we do. Try to see if you can beat me. I don't think so, but yeah, we'll try. Madison joins Arsenal. Emil Smith Rowe will not play every game. Yeah, I do believe that. Although it does seem like they have plans to try to develop him as a player. Let me go check my Twitter, guys. Let's see. Because yeah, I don't know what's really happened to building my team. It's just sort of ideas. You can see Greenwood. I like him as a player. Okay, wait. Wrong thing. Greenwood, I like him as a player. I am going to try get Vardy in and then try build a team around him. Might be able to go. Let's actually just mess around here. Brownhill I like on the bench. Al Ghazi, obviously, we don't really want to play him, so I could go for Mahrez, but if I don't have a good bench, I probably won't do that, and that's the problem with this sort of thing. Mahrez is so expensive though. Watkins, I did want to downgrade to. There was a forward. Oh god, what have I done? What is going on? Yeah, it doesn't work, guys. Oh god. Oh, it's chaos. Oh, okay. Well, let's review your guys' teams then. I don't know what's going on here. I don't know why it glitched like that. We're back to the old team. But at least we discussed some players. Let's keep up with the chat. Let's put up the predictive points for you guys while I talk about my while I interact with the chat a bit, so you guys can check that out. If Madison, okay, I've read that. What's the appeal of White from an attacking point of view? Are there not better Arsenal options? Is Holding a no-go? White is very cheap, and Arsenal's defense is decent. So, and then they also have some good fixtures scattered around those two tough fixtures. So, yeah, you can pretty much go for anyone in Arsenal's defense. I don't mind that. Fixtures aren't the greatest, so I'm not too sure if I'd suggest that. But if you got a cheap way into a good defense with decent fixtures, you normally go for that. Or you get Kane straight in if he moves to City before Norwich. Let me look at City's fixtures. Should be over here. And this is also cool, guys. You can see. Oh wait, still at Tottenham, even though he really doesn't want to be. Um, Jesus is a good option as well, guys, if they don't get a striker. So we just have to see if they get Kane or not. Otherwise, I could fit in Gabriel. So they play Tottenham, Norwich would be a good fixture to target. Is that what the question was? Before Norwich, yeah. Well, not necessarily. I am captaining Salah for that game week. So yeah, probably not. Cheers, Hayden. Thank you. Appreciate that, sir. If you guys want to watch some React videos, definitely go check out his video. Very good stuff. Um, why is everyone taking Sanchez? Backman isn't bad, I guess, and Watford have great defensive record last season. Yeah, they did. Really good defensive record. Definitely players that we should consider. If we go to this, if we go here, guys, reason why many people are going Sanchez, if you look at the goalkeepers over here, you can see the maximum predicted points for the first 5 game weeks is 22.5, which is obviously not entirely accurate, but it's a ballpark figure, guys, so it just gives us an idea. So if you go and look at Sanchez, he's predicted to get 20 points, so very close, guys. I think Brighton have a very underrated defense. The expected data last season was phenomenal, even though they didn't show. So I think a lot of people are expecting a regression to the mean. I think they should be doing a lot better this season, guys. Okay. Yeah, and Backman. Let's try find Backman here. Backman 15.7. It's just a newly promoted team. It's really hard to sort of guess. Those aren't the easiest fixtures as well. Aston Villa, Brighton's a little bit easier as a defensive fixture, I would reckon. Tottenham, obviously, I'd be very skeptical of that fixture. Wolves, Jimenez is back, so they have more of an attacking threat. There could be a goal there. Norwich would be a good game. As you can see, that's their highest predicted point game. And then Newcastle. Newcastle have a bad defense, but their attack can be a little bit like what's the word I'm looking here? A little bit flary. They can just come out of nowhere and score a goal. So that's why I think a lot of people are going Sanchez instead of Watford. You'd rather go for the known quantity than the unknown quantity. Just a lot of people's beliefs. Okay, let me get up a team that we can look through, and I'd like to see your guys' reaction as well. Let me just put this down. Was not expecting to do this. Watford have great fixtures. They do have great fixtures. They're good fixtures. That's why I think I'd be more inclined to go with Saar than Backman. There are some good defenders there that you can look at. There's Firmino, and there's that other guy that I forgot his name, that plays on the other wing. If you guys remember, you can put it in the chat. Adam, the Google moderator team. Oh, it got deleted by Google moderator. What do you say, Adam? Oh, you put a link, I'm guessing. Agreed. I got Backman, Foster double up. Yeah, not bad. No, but I'm keeping Sanchez until our wildcard game week 7-8. Yes, I agree. Okay, let's try get a team up, guys. First team that we are going to look at. Let me just get this all ready for you guys. There we go. First team that we're going to look at is from Jay. So we got Sanchez at the back, Alexander-Arnold, lovely pick. We've got Kufal and Luca Dean. Love that defense. We've got Salah, we've got Rafinha, Greenwood, and Havertz. I like all of those players. Some differential picks. Havertz, that Crystal Palace fixture is really nice. But I think Chelsea have a little bit of a tough run of fixtures. I know they play Liverpool game week 3. So not too sure about Havertz right yet, but it's a good shout regardless. Tony's another player that I might bring into my team, guys. He's very highly owned, but yeah, he's a good player, guys. He broke the record in the Championship League last season, so yeah, we should be considering him at least. Ings, you know what I said about Ings. Not too sure if he starts immediately in that Aston Villa team, but if he does, guys, amazing, amazing, amazing player. That is definitely someone that we need to watch out for. Aston Villa's attack is just so much, or in my opinion, is so much better than Southampton. So I think he is going to get so many chances. I mean, just take Watkins for example. Watkins did amazing last season, so I think Ings is going to follow suit. And then Antonio is the pick for me, 7.5 million, guys. If we go back to expected data here, let me just get this right. If we go here, you see Harry Kane. Wait, let's just make sure you guys can see that. Yeah, you can. We've got Harry Kane, Vardy, Jesus, and then Antonio. He's by far just a great option. He's expected to get a lot of points. West Ham have really good fixtures. He's the cheapest player out of all of those top six. So yeah, I think Antonio is essential in my opinion. Rajan, yes, I got your draft. We'll look at it now. So yeah, I like that team. Very nice, very well thought out. Then on the bench we got a 4.0 million keeper, which is fine. That's just the stock standard. I think that's the way that we should play. We got Feltman. I like Feltman as a player. If you think Brighton's defense is going to do really well, they obviously have one of the easiest fixture runs in the Prem at the beginning of the season. So if you back Brighton's defense, then what a player. But if you're a little bit skeptical, I would be a little bit cautious of going for that Brighton double up in defense. Brownhill, hopefully he plays. I'm sure he does. He's 4.5 million, great bench fodder. And then not too sure who that is. I'm guessing, yeah, I don't know. Who's that? I don't know. Live, whatever. I think that's just bench fodder as well. What is your, oh, your team? Yeah, you could work on your team name. The top 6 teams this year. We'll leave that for another video, guys. I think we'll have too much hate if I think I'll call top 4, and I think everyone can sort of call top 4. It's obviously gonna be no particular order: City, United, Liverpool, and Chelsea. I think that will be the top 4. Firmino is the other. Yeah, I said Firmino, guys. Mark Young. I said Firmino. Who's the other guy? Unless you guys were talking about that in the chat. Shafin, thank you for joining the league. Yeah, I am actually considering having a prize. Obviously, that depends. I'm a little bit of a broke boy right now. Yeah, I'm studying, guys, so I don't really have that much moolah to do. But I'm thinking throughout the season, if the channel does well or whatnot, maybe do a 20 euro, 30 euro prize or something, just like nice little compensation for winning. So definitely join if you guys like the potential of maybe winning a prize. So yeah, that's just in the plans. Obviously, I'll confirm that at a later date. Is Gunnosaurus in goals for Arsenal? No, Leno is. Yeah, okay. Thank you, Jay, for sending in your team. Let's take a look at Rajan's team. Oh, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Guys, send in your team to my Twitter if you want me to review it. Okay, Rajan, there is your team. So let's take a look. He's got 5-3-2 formation. He's got Alexander Arnold at the back, Dean, Kufal, Shaw, Robertson. Great options. Very heavy defense, but good options that we should all be considering. Not too sure if I'd go with all of them, but let's see how the rest of you, if you've managed to make it work, if you've made it work, then you've got Salah, Fernandez, Bendia. Nice picks in the midfield. Really appreciate those. You got Antonio, Iheanacho. And then on your bench, you've got Harrison, Gilmore, Abude. Wow, that's actually a really good team. Might steal that one. But yeah, actually really impressive. Yeah, I like all of those picks, to be honest. Only thing, Foster in your bench. I don't think he starts. Backman if he stays there, definitely starts. Even if Backman gets transferred, I think they're bringing another keeper. So I don't think there's ever a situation where Foster starts. He's very highly owned, and then when people transfer him out, you might lose value. And at the beginning of the season, to lose value is really bad because it has an exponential effect throughout the season. But other than that, wow, great team. Um, not much more to say. Um, let's see if we have any more teams on Twitter. Uh, let me get this done, guys. Right now we don't have any more teams. That's good. One thing that I want to say, Werner season, guys. Let's get back to that. That can't go. That can't just be left on a cliffhanger. Let me show you guys something. I am gonna make the hypothesis that Werner got very unlucky last season, and we'll see why right now. Let's go to his expected data. Let's go in. Let's put the Vernon. Let's cross-examine this guy. Timo Werner. I hope that's up for you guys. Yeah. I mean, we look at this, guys. Just shows us. Is this your first FPL season on YouTube? I didn't find. Yeah, I had videos last season, but yeah, I've made them all private because we focus on this season, guys. We don't care about the last season. We focus on this season. That's the only reason. Yeah, as we can see here, Werner had an XG of 13.4, guys, and he only scored 6 goals, which just, for me, I think Werner is still a really good player. He's got phenomenal ball control. He's explosive. He's a good player. I think he just got really unlucky, guys. I mean, if I've ever seen a stat that says someone gets unlucky, this is it. He got 8 assists, outdoing his XA, so big ups for him. Seemed to be better at giving guys goals than actually scoring them. But yeah, I mean, some of the chances that he missed, guys, were in front of goals. I mean, that's just unlucky. Literally, if those go in, he bumps up all of his goals. You know, I think he's a really good player. I don't know if you guys heard that or not, but that was really loud. That gave me such a fright. So yeah, guys, he's a good player. I mean, look at how he did at Leipzig. XG of 23.4. Yo, so good. 5 at the back is always risky, though. So many good defenses leak easy goals. I agree, Bryce. Of course, share your team via Twitter. Get some fresh eyes on your team. True. Matt Schonenberg says, I love expected data. I know you do. Liam Anderson, upside for defenders is very high, though, so it might be worth the risk. Yeah, if you guys want to see why defenders are great options, let's go back to expected points. Everyone's favorite subject. Yeah, if we look here, if we go past these couple pages, you see we got like a whole mix of players here. We got some 6 mils, 5.5s, 4.5s. Although he doesn't play, so yeah. 8 Nuri does play, you know. Chambers, I think, plays, not too sure. Sure he does. Semedo, you see, they get 19.4 points per average per 5 game weeks. Then if we look on this side, you get midfielders that get that at 7.5 at, you know, Pogba. We look at the forwards, and there's 8, 9, 7.5, 6.5. So you can get a 4.5 million defender that can get as many points as a 7.5 or even, you know, 8 mil midfielder or attacker. So that's why defenders are very important. It's very important to have a couple good defenders with good fixtures, because 4.5 million to get those sort of points is just really good value, and it's really healthy for your team. It lets you put the money up front to big players and to players that you think will do well. Yeah. Are you thinking of Lukaku goes to Chelsea? I mean, what premiums would you sell him for? Yeah, if Lukaku goes to Chelsea, I would definitely just go. I would go. Where are my words? I would go Vardy for Lukaku, I think. But that would be a swap somewhere along the game weeks, because I do want to have Vardy there for the game week 3 fixture. Do you think it's worth skipping Watkins now with this Danny Ings stuff? I do think so. I think there's a shout for that. Yeah, we should definitely at the beginning of the season, guys. Something that I see a lot of people messing up with. Um, been streaming for too long. Is that they try to go too differential. They try like go for the Tonys and the whatnots and this guy that might play or might not and that sort of thing. Tony's a good option, guys. I don't know why I picked him as an example, but yeah, they try to go differential and they try to go very risky, and it's just you can end up shooting yourself in the foot for the first couple 4 game weeks, which just carries on throughout the season. Now you're behind. You're trying to go even more differential to catch up. I think my philosophy at least is go safe in the beginning, and then once we have more information, that's the thing, guys, the keywords information, because 4 to 5 game weeks, 6 game weeks into the season, we know how teams are set up. It's fixed, guys. We know who's injured, we know who's not playing, we know who the good cheap options are, we know the sneaky little differential picks, so you have a lot more information there. So rather go standard at the beginning, then maybe consider hitting a wild card and changing your team into to a better team because you have more information. So that's why I wouldn't go differential at the beginning. I would go a lot more safe. Um, so that ties into Danny Ings. Why go for the risk now when you can bring him in later? Also, it's just 3 fixtures that are good for Aston Villa, so I wouldn't. If Messi comes to Premier League, captain him every week. It will be something like that. I think that will be a lot of people's plans, but yeah. Oh God, if City get Messi, I think every team's doomed. Looks like he's heavily considering PSG. I think PSG might be the people that get him. Guilty Sigurdsson, yes. Cantwell could be a great FPL asset if he goes to Villa. He's getting regular games. He's a must for me. Okay, would definitely take a look into that. Yeah, the tribe's got jokes, guys. The tribe's got jokes. Yeah, so guys, my voice is getting kind of sore now. If you guys want me to review a team, quickly send them in. I think I might close it now, close the stream soonish. So yeah, if there's anything, if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat now because I'm going to be just reading the chat. And then every so often I'll skip through the pages of this so that you can look at the expected data. Really interesting stuff there. Definitely would consider expected data. I really enjoy it. It helped me last season. Yeah, it's something we shouldn't just heavily rely on it, but we should definitely consider it. Reason to choose Al Ghazi. I'm not choosing Al Ghazi. Al Ghazi's not going to be in my team. I said it before. Al Ghazi will probably not get that many minutes now that Ings and Buendia and Bailey have gone to Aston Villa. There's just so many midfield options. I don't see him getting too many minutes. That's not my team right now, guys. That's my old team. I was looking at changing my team. We're discussing players, just going through the whole process of looking at how to assess players. So Barca will resign him again. Guess that's about Messi. Please look at Campbell versus Gallagher. Enjoying the stream. Keep up the work. Thank you, Dom. I do appreciate that. Yeah, thank you guys for joining the stream as well. It's been really good, guys. I really enjoyed it. Went a lot smoother than I thought it would, even though we had that little problem at the beginning. But yeah, no, it's been really good. Nice to see you guys talking to each other in the chat. Yeah, any questions for me, guys, about players, about choices? Send in your teams to Twitter if you want me to review them. Yeah, let's go on Twitter. Let's see what you guys are thinking about. Are you considering any live stream before gaming starts? Yeah, I'm going to be live streaming a lot now, guys. I really enjoyed this. I could see myself doing this a lot more. It's nice just to talk to you guys, interact with you guys. I do really enjoy making videos as well, so I'm going to try to find a good balance of streaming and doing this. So yeah, you have a lot to look forward to, guys. Dean is a great option. I do like Dean. Definitely like Dean. Let's go on to Twitter. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Let's see if anyone sent me in some teams. Nope. No one sent me in teams. It's okay, guys. I'm not too sure if it's updating or not. I'm still getting new to this. But if you want me to if you want me to review your team, just send it through to Twitter whenever, and then I will maybe do a live stream tomorrow, I think. Maybe. Potentially. Thoughts on Zaha this season? I really like Zaha when Crystal Palace had better fixtures at 7.5. Zaha is a great option. I think that's something that we need to watch out for. Classified as a midfielder, so he gets all of those good extra points. So yeah, I really do like him, guys. Zaha is a great pick. Yeah. All right, guys. I think that's all for me. I have really enjoyed this live stream. Thank you so much for joining. Um, yeah, don't know what more to say. I hope you guys enjoyed it, I guess. But yeah, it's been good, guys. My voice is really bad now. It's getting really sore. So yeah, I might live stream tomorrow. I'm gonna try release a video tomorrow, so you have something to look forward to. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. Cheers.